Now for something entirely different, because that's the way things go. That's the way things go. Boop, 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 boop. I feel like I'm on the Muppets Variety Show with the amount of radically different music I sometimes listen to. But hey, it's all part of it, right? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the tavern. Today is going to be something a little bit different than what we typically do. Well, no, not at all. This is what we've been typically doing for a while, but we've been scouring through the interwebs. We've been scouring through the comments, and one of the things that have come up is a group called Moonwalker, which is something, a group that I do want to at least react to one of their newest songs that just came out not that long ago. At the time of this recording, it came out about 2 months ago, which in the music world, that is a fairly recent piece. We're going to be reacting today to Monopoly Money. I don't know really much about Moonwalker. All I just know is that based on, some of the stuff we've been listening to recently through Ren and Nathan, this might kind of be up that realm of stuff we've been kind of reacting and talking about. So I'm excited to hear a new group I've never really heard of before. Like always, if you like what you're seeing, by all means, like, comment, subscribe, let's have some talks about music as we typically do. If you really wanted to help support the tavern, there is membership things available as well as merch coming out fairly soon. So if you join the Discord, which all the links are in the bottom, it'll give you some more info about stuff to come in the future. And yeah, just join an awesome community if you've not done so yet. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and listen to Moonwalker today as I set up my model to go into the right spot. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, I don't want... Yeah, let's go about right there. Cool. So yeah, Monopoly Money, Moonwalker. Let's see what we got this time. Oh, that's a great way to start.
When I was a kid, we didn't matter CEOs. They just gave us each a penny and we did what we were told. They don't care how many people they watch work themselves to death. The only thing they're scared of is a bullet in the chest.
All right, just immediate start from here. I'm immediately reminded of standard kind of indie rock style there. We have kind of just a guitar going with the melody over there. The whole CEO dead thing kind of relates back to a lot of stuff that we've been talking about here. This is probably done after the CEO assassination thing would be my guess, which is probably why it's a new rock song in 2025. I like that we have the main melody pushed into there and immediately get into that hard rock section. Let's see what politically climated thing we will be listening to about this time. Again, already from just the beginning gist of it with the whole murdered thing here, this will probably be a little bit more of a political video as normal, so you all know the drill by this point. I'm going to start it over again so I can really listen. I might want to see if I can get another closed caption thing here. We'll see in a minute. This is pretty easy to understand so far. The signs helped out quite a bit.
When I was a kid, we didn't matter CEOs. They just gave us each a penny and we did what we were told. They don't care how many
Very minorish melody line. I like it.
the only thing they're scared of is a bullet in the chest. They spend the night it's nothing. A mansion in heaven, a couple politicians. Monopoly money, I kinda think it's funny. You buy your way to heaven, but you gotta go rest. When I was a kid, they told me I could buy a home. I could give myself a family, I could, and then grow old. Don't care how many people they step on to get ahead. The only thing they're scared of is a bullet in the head.
The only thing that would spare us is a bullet in the head. Did I hear that right? Is that correct there for what I heard? The only way to make anything of yourself is to get ahead at the expense of others. And now people are getting too politically crazy about this. All right, hold on. I do need to look up the whatchamacallit, the lyrics for this, because I should know better. I should know better when I'm sent stuff like this because it's more about the message. I don't care how many people they step on to get ahead. The only thing they're scared of is a bullet in the head. Yeah, that's, again, the only way it seems like the rich have start caring is when the poor start to take matters in their own hands, which seems to happen quite a bit nowadays.
People, they step on to get ahead. The only thing they're scared of is a bullet in the head. Monopoly money, they spend it like it's nothing. Mansion and airplane, a couple politicians. Monopoly money, I kinda think it's funny. You buy your way to heaven, but you die like the rest of us.
What I really like about this is a typical way that we set up indie rock styles. You have kind of the verses have the basic melody from there with small instrumentation. Then you go into the reverb of these instruments. We go into kind of the harsh rockness of it and push forward to how the chorus line goes. Then it reverts back. Then it goes back and reverts back. Meaning that, especially like the psychedelic colors there. Whenever we talk about, buy your way into heaven, but you're still gonna die like the rest of us. It's interesting. Like this style is mainly meant. Hey, here is we're gonna do the same type of chorus verse that we'd see in most like rock that was inspired in the 70s and 80s, and then push our way forward. And it's interesting. But again, a lot of this is about the story that's being told just with Monopoly money instead, which is kind of a interesting way to do it. Okay. So let's just teach everybody. Let's have the rich teach the poor how to defend themselves to protect the rich. But God forbid that the ones who taught you how to defend themselves suddenly start an uprising from there. Like maybe a dead CEO or something. Then we're all going to end up in the same spot. So treat people nicely, please. Like power and money can 100% manipulate you into being an asshole, but you don't want to end up on the wrong side of somebody because you decided, hey, I'm just going to overuse this and abuse my power to screw somebody over. That is never the way to go. My God. Just buy whatever you want. Oh, yes. Then you have the bridge part of this, which is immediately kind of more solo-ish. It's going to be a little bit harder to hear the lyrics. It's hard to die with such a guilty heart. Leave this world much better off and live like a parasite. I'm going to miss you when you die. Fair enough. But again, it's going to be more about this, probably this crazy riff guitar going while the vocalist is just kind of in the upper stratosphere, going through whatever the main message is. I love when the bridges do this because it has a chance for the instrumentalist to show off a little bit. I love the spinniness of everything. Then you have the guitar wailing in the background. The spinning thing is just, the world keeps going around and round. And look at that, we got a guitar solo in there. God, this makes me feel like a little bit I'm on an acid trip, but that's kind of how the world feels like when it's all about those with money and power, constantly. Yep. Interesting. Yep. Okay. Yep. I immediately kind of get the vibe of this, having this whole indie rock aspect go with talking about, the corrupt politicalness of big business owners and how they just, They train the little people on how to protect them, but in the long run, if you don't treat people correctly, if you over abuse your power, you'll end up just like the rest of us. So I kind of get what the message of this is going for. I haven't heard a kind of a hard rock style, more grunge. I guess, yeah, I could call this more grunge style music than anything else. And I like a good grunge song, which is exactly like what this is. It's interesting to hear styles essentially, like David Bowie-esque, White Stripes, Pink Floyd, Rage Against the Machine style coming back in the 2020s. I grew up with a lot of this style of music, or my parents really did, and hearing that music just kind of come full circle and have other artists kind of reinterpret that and put it into a modern era with pretty much like the messages relating to whatever political unrest was happening back then and even to now is such a cool kind of circle thing to see. Well, that was Moonwalker. Very interesting group. I'd probably listen to a few more of their things. Especially if they have new, like, more newish music coming out, I'm cool with it. Let's have some conversations about it if you want to. If there's anything else you want me to listen to from Moonwalker or anybody else, please leave them in the comments. We always have a growing list of stuff we're looking for, and we'll just continue doing our thing. So thank you once again for hanging out. Let's have some lovely music conversations together, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to me ramble on for a little while, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.